That's
You can see now, right? Okay. Abba, welcome to the show. We are just starting.
Yeah, thank you, Eric. I'm trying to make my camera to view my face, but it's not difficult to
Uh,
catch. But I want to believe that you getting me through, right?
we are getting
yeah,
you
we are getting.
live.
Yeah.
So,
All right, thank you.
just introduce yourself, and then we look at what we are going to be talking about today. Human trafficking. What are some of the reasons for human trafficking? What are the causes for human trafficking? The kinds and or types and victims of human trafficking, and then we will look at some preventive measures or methods to minimize or prevent human trafficking, and we can maybe look at other perspective as it relates to Liberia, other countries, and then maybe call it a day. The last time you were given a United Nations definition of human trafficking, so we will just like you to talk to us about it and also have your own view. About, are you there? About?
Have I like? Oh,
Okay.
we can proceed, right? Hello.
Yeah, we can. We can. Lawrence, you
Yeah.
are muted.
So, like, like what you said, basically, again, to have everyone to know to speak up. I am Albert O'Brien Wooler, a member of the Liberian Sexual and Gender Violence Awareness Movement, and I am 100% grateful to be a part of this live screenshot to provide some of information gearing towards issues that are affecting human rights across the globe, not restricted to only my country alone, but across it has become an emergency concern. So it's warrant, for everyone to talk about it on a regular basis. So again, I'm Albert O'Brien's wallet. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so that's how the show begins. And then we have Lawrence. You are there?
Yes, I'm here. I want to say welcome to you guys, and also thanks to our viewer, those that are watching. I want to say thank you for following this live stream. My name is Lawrence P. Bowman, and I'm so grateful that we are here again to discuss some important issues that is affecting our society in Liberia. So I'm glad that I'm on this live stream. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Hannah, you.
Yeah. Thank you ever so much, and thanks to the host of this all important show for having me on this show. I'm so excited. From Hannah UD, a volunteer of the Liberian Social and Gender-Based Violence Awareness Movement. I'm so glad to be on this show that we is very much educative. So I'm glad.
All right. Thank you so much, Hannah. My name is Eric, and also glad being part of today's discussion as it relates to human trafficking. I believe as we go through the discussion, by the grace of God, we might be able to educate many Liberians, especially the youth. This is our society where everyone is like equal to get opportunity out there. Everyone wants to travel one of these days in their life. They have some of us have traveled and come back to our country, but I believe with this discussion, we will have the knowledge and the clue of how we should travel, how we should seek opportunity, job, and the kind of positive notion we should have when we want to travel, and how we can do it the best way that will not come back to us and then harm us for the rest of our life. So I believe with this discussion, we are going to impact life, especially the young generation, and also some of us who have found ourselves in that situation. So thank you so much, and we want to say you are welcome to our live video, and we believe that you are going to be blessed by our discussion. So thank you so much for watching us, and we are so glad that you are with us. So that's it. Abbott, is up to you. We want to look at human trafficking.
So thank you, brother Eric, and let me say thank you to all of our panelists on this particular show. And for those who are watching, let me say you are welcome. So again, as per the topic on the discussion, which is human trafficking from a broader context and understanding, we say that is a collective term used to describe certain human rights abuses. But then there have been a lot of definitions in regards to how one can identify human trafficking by pinpointing the major things you should hold constant. Though there are other people been giving a definition and views, but there are unilateral, universal, I can say accepted definitions from 180 countries around the globe that some of the bigger United Nations came up with a definition which I will conceptualize here for everyone to know. And you point out three major things to hold constant. So human trafficking, firstly, is as the United Nations definition, is a universal term used to describe a crime committed against both adults and or what or youngsters through coercion, which normally come as a result of bad labors and as well as sex trafficking. So these the universally accepted definitions as per United Nations to give one a few understanding or a clue to know what is trafficking. Because if you call the word trafficking, other people will say what is trafficking. They will think otherwise it is when a car or vehicles being stuck on car road or so. So they will say, but is that trafficking? But I think that is a laughable definition for somebody who has no clue of it. But if you go around and try to explain the people or to the people about trafficking, then they will understand the, the
Yeah.
context and the concept of the word trafficking. That when they see somebody trying to carry on such a violation, automatically they will know how to seek the referee authority. But what should we hold constant within the definition? One, it is a crime uh, which normally I can say from our past podcast, one of our panelists here, he identified that to be, which is one of the key points the United Nations again recognize within the definition. It is a crime, and this crime can be committed not only on a specific gender or specific age group within society. Yeah, it cannot be committed against a specific gender or we say a specific, I can say age group within society. No. Person who is trafficking another person is the trafficker, but that trafficker might have an interior motive for which if they're going for a tighter group, they will go for that group directly. So regardless of your age, regardless of your race, regardless of your ethnic background, and regardless of the country in which you are affiliating with, the fact of the matter is when that person want to achieve certain violent goals, they will get after you based on the overhead master. So know that it is a crime too. It is a crime that can be perpetrated against adult or youngster, provided the circumstances prevailing below, right? So, and whenever that is occur against an elderly person, another one you should or younger person, another one you should consider is you can be for the person who in whom the trafficker is being trafficked, right? They can be forced. They can be forced or they can be coerced. And that's something where you can say, oh, it is by a will. No, it cannot be by a will. But we'll give a scenario where, you know, one might say the person agreed to do certain things, but at the end of the day, it's another way around. But overall, at a usual standpoint, the person never knew the trickle down effect or the negative aspect of it until when they go and see now and then it on the other way around. So it can also be based on cohesion too when the person identify that that is wrong, where for which you told them previously that it will not be the way around. The person going to see different things. So we'll speak about that from out of the panelists or me too as well. So it is something where one can be forced, right? They can be coerced and they can be intimidated, threatened if they don't do certain things. So what are those things that relating to it that make over 180 countries to say that this is a violation of human rights? One, forced labor. Forced labor has category and will also explain in details. And number two, sex trafficking. Sex trafficking, it get little it gets some categories on it for which will give explanation in details about. But understand
Yes,
that
when we reach
these
there, we
are
will
the
talk about
basic context or concepts that people can normally do against that. Yeah, yeah.
that.
So against that fellow human, out of the force that person to carry on or labor of which the person is not, satisfied to do, or perhaps the person is doing it but is not being paid the satisfactory money. It is of forced labor. And when the person saying that they want to come back and you forcing that person say, oh, they don't, you will not go there. You saying all type of things, you gearing towards that, which is not good in that direction. So this is the thing you can say it is alarming in our society. But before going further, I will stop here and thank you to Brother Eric for giving the time to give our definitions on human trafficking. And we will be we are here again to provide additional information going further. So thank you.
All right, so Lawrence, I hear from you. Human trafficking.
Thank you very much, and thank you to Albert for lengthily discussing human trafficking based on his own understanding of what he is aware of. For my end, I would say human trafficking is is the movement of people, especially women and children, and other vulnerable group, either by deception or inducement, force or treat or force for the purpose of prostitution, exploitation, or labor, and other illegal activities. So with this, you know that human trafficking, people can be taken away either by deception, wherein somebody might come to you and say, oh, I got this opportunity, and you so eager, wanting a better life, and then you have to give into that without knowing the outcome. So that is deception. You have been fooled for short that the person come and give you all of the good intent. Say if you take up this journey, you're going to benefit this, you're going to benefit Z, and out of the day you get to know that out of what they told you is not what the actual things that you yet for. So with that, you have been deceived, and then you find yourself elsewhere where you try to struggle now to get out. So with deception is one form where people can be taken from elsewhere to a unknown and destination. So also we say prostitution. Other might use that means to game, collecting young people from another country and with the intent of taking them for better living, scholarship, schools, and other things where you're going to learn in, and then end of the day you find yourself into a life that you never hope of. So with that prostitution, all of that is with him. So I see that as form of human trafficking. So with my own understanding, that's what I believe. Thank you.
Thank you, Lawrence. Sorry?
Yeah, you're live. You're live. We are getting you, Sister Hannah. I think you are about to
Okay.
talk.
Thank you for all those brilliant things that you people stressed up. Yes, human trafficking is a very broad topic of discussion. Yes, human trafficking, you can say it is a third largest crime, international crime, and it is a modern day slavery where you see people recruiting, transporting, transferring, or receipt of people through force, fraud, or deception with the aim of exploiting them for profit. Yes, human trafficking is exists almost in every industry, including domestic works, agriculture, mining, fishing, factory work, and commercial sex. So human trafficking, sometimes the fraud includes a false, deceptive offers, as Lawrence said, of employment, marriages, better life. So some of all these they want to live a better life and things. So we come across people, deeds and things, bring all a lot of fake promises. So we also got to share with people if you want to travel, traveling is not a safe travel is not like a hidden thing. So it's better you share with people. But mostly in our communities, people are trafficked, they don't even know, but they are trafficked. Most often people are trafficked, but they don't really know. So
Sure, sure.
this topic, we know that people will learn from it and will get to know the meaning of it as we proceed.
Uh, okay. Thank you. And that one thing you stress on, which I've gotten my consent. You talk about modern day
Yeah,
slavery. Yeah, I think that's another way of describing or giving a descriptive
yeah,
outlook about the war human trafficking because for over years past or years, people used to trade using goods and services to trade. People also used to use human to trade. For that one, it was legalized. It was legalized where no one can catch you and incarcerate you for that because it was another form of businesses that was highly accepted across the universe until in the 90s when human rights issues start coming about that humans should not be used for trading. That was how they abolished slave trade across the universe. But we are seeing that history has its own way of interpreting or bringing another things in different way. History has its own way of repeating itself in another sense. History can repeat itself out in different forms. Considering
yeah,
what has been happening for the past years, like you made mention on Sister Hannah that is of slavery, now in this current dispensation, we observe that to bring back the slavery that used to happen over years, where people used to trade humans to do business and while generate revenues or profit, they have to what to reincarnate it into what we call human trafficking because it's the same human being that people using to trade. The same human being. Years ago, they used to use human being to other use them in various factories, use them to produce without any gain or profit. But now we are seeing the same human beings being used to carry on certain work by force and to carry on certain evil acts to satisfy their masters. Right? We also classify as slave masters, but in the context of this, we'll say trafficker. So it's just a way of adding dignity to it. But now, since human rights has come to identify that there is a crime, it is something where if we see it happening now, it is incumbent upon each and every civil society actors, including us that are here, to speak against those things so that it should be alarming that we fear away those guys from continuously doing that act. Unlike those days where no one is to talk against it. When you see it happening, all you do is you just say, oh, the people come again, carry, you don't carry human being, like where history will tell us that during our days, King Long Peters, King John, when the people come, when a person beat on a wife, when they put them in jail, what will happen is when the Westerner comes in Africa, those that in prison, they will just get them for maybe Africans, goals, and what have you, Kosu, right, for the kings and other people to wear and giving human beings. So now no one will talk about it. But since in our generation we have presidents, we have other people spearheading government. So government might not know everything, and people presiding over organization might not see everything, right? But if we in our generation, which human right, you know, I can say going against squarely, it is necessary in our generation to say, oh yes, this is trafficking, and it is against the human rights practices. It is a bad practice against human rights because every human have the right to live. Every human have the right to search greener pastures for their homes and for their family. For in searching for those greener pastures or seeking a better living condition, one person should not use one person should not use certain situations to play on that particular person who is in search for a better job mind to exploit them at their own day service and for the benefit of the person who is exploiting that particular person. It should not happen in that
Okay.
way. Reason
All
is very
right.
simple. If if some is
Yeah,
yeah,
go
so
ahead.
Eric, are you online?
Yeah, go ahead.
So
I'm
it should
online.
not happen in that direction. Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Go ahead. Go
And
ahead.
just to so people should not use that means to exploit someone's mind. In exploiting that person's mind because the person is in search for this, it means morally it is unacceptable. At least to talk about what corporate laws. Corporate law front at that, and as well as moral law. So if somebody is fronting at your consistent immoral attitudes towards certain persons, then what is the essence of keep on doing nothing? Is this or is that the only business for you to do to satisfy yourself, or it is that you are being baptized by an evil cloud, which cannot permit you to think morally that what you are doing is wrong. This is something where we should not give credence to. We are seeing people coming from different countries coming to use persuasive talks against certain marginalized class are victims. Those rich people too, they are victims of it. But people who are economically challenged,
Sure.
those that are economically challenged are the ones who are more vulnerable to human trafficking, right? Like for instance, somebody will say, oh, maybe they have a 5 children at home and they go born another baby again. And somebody who doing that human trafficking things will come to them and say you cannot afford to take care of that 5 children. What will happen there is that person will come and say, give, I want to adopt the child. I will give the child better living condition. I will send the child to school. I will do this. These are some of the thoughts that when they finish making you to live in a paradise dream world, you say, but my child is going to live a better life. Or some other will come in another form that they try I was saying out of the country to get a better scholarship when he will learn good boy and be a better help to you and the generation. There are a lot of tactics traffickers can come with. And when they come with those tactics, you don't know now you will think that you adapting your child into a safe hand. Not knowing the handset the child in was even more better, right, than to give that child to a hand that has an unforeseen, life activities going on. At the
Okay.
end of the
All right.
day, you don't know you carry that child. So just to conclude, it is very bad. It's
You are
desirable
not
that somebody
concluding
will know.
yet. We have much to talk about. You
Yeah.
are not concluding yet. We have much to talk about, Abbott.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we have
So
much here to talk about.
just to go in a bit to getting another host to come to give his own
Yeah,
opinion
yeah,
on the
yeah,
topic. So let me
yeah.
say that it is something where people can normally use rhetoric on people's mind to fool them, fool that less fortunate persons that have a better job for someone to go do. I want to give me a child, or I want to adopt a child. I don't have a child. I want to be a help to that child. Then you don't know the parents now. You don't know. You say, oh, one man coming from in town from Duko. If a person coming from the interior, we can say, oh, the person from Duko in the interior, there our parents and say Duko. because at that time people know Moravia on it. So they will say, oh, you're going to court, my children going to court, my children going to court. Or perhaps you in Monrovia now, someone come from out of the country, they say, oh, my man is going out of the country, going to diaspora there to get a better stuff. But you don't know, you go give that particular child to the person who coming into court, that person get a different, mindset. So these are how trafficking can be done by people who have evil mind against somebody to come and traffic. So thank you for a 4 minute time, and we are
All right,
around
thank
again
you.
to.
Thank you. We still having a discussion. I mean, everyone has said something very significant because from let's say our own experience in Liberia here, we see that most time children you see on the street and they are selling donuts. They are not even well kept. They are not well taken care of. Some of them, when you ask them, why are you selling donut? Oh, my auntie are living with will say I should sell donut. If I don't sell donut, it will be like this, it will be like that. They will explain their story. If you ask them, are you going to school? They will tell you, look, I am not going to school. How long have you been with your aunt? Long time. But why? And they will end up telling you their real story. Either somebody went for them in the interior and just brought them in Monrovia, and then at the end of the day, they they begin, breadwinner for that particular person. So if anybody out there that maybe you are not understanding this thing called human trafficking, especially in our Liberian setting, that just what it takes or what it is. If you go for somebody child in the interior and you say you're bringing the child to the city to give them better life, to help them, to improve them, and at the end of the day you are frying donut bucket, let's say facing short bread, putting it on their head, give them wheelbarrow, go and sell cold water, and 4 to 5 years you are not sending that child to school. That is trafficking because you took the child from his parent and you brought him to the city. At the end of the day, you are not living to your promises, meaning your intention of going for that child is to bring the child to the city and exploit them, misuse them. At the end of the day, maybe they will just do something. If you are tired with them, you just pack their things and throw them on their parent and say, wait, this is your child. They don't want to listen to me, or she doesn't want to listen to me. This is your son, so all of the 5 years that child will spend with you, you will not make impact in that child life. But you have benefited so much from the child. That is an example of trafficking. So is normal. It's normal in our society. It's normal. So I think you guys have given some definition. So a force, you use people, you force them, you compare them to do things out of their way, out of their rights to suit you and for your benefit. And at the end of the day, you end up traumatizing the person, you end up denying the person the right to be improved, to live a better life. So these are just some other way we can tell the people about human trafficking. Of course, that child that is living with you, I'm talking about in our Liberian setting. Some of our followers that are listening, if you know any child that is living with somebody, and at the end of the day, you see that child, the child it's not okay in the body at all. The child is just, bad up. uh, when you see each time you see them, they are not going to school. I think you need to take time to ask them, why is it that you are not going to school? Let them explain their real story. And this is the reason for me I have problem with some of those people in red that call themselves human rights advocate that will be arresting children when taking market from them. They don't do investigation. Their intent is just to arrest the child and take the market from the child and then take all the money, put it in their pocket, and send the child away, say, go and call your parents. Imagine that you hold a person that you think is a minor, and the person shouldn't be seen on the street. Then you see the person market, take the phone from them, take the money from them, and tell them go and call your parent. Kind of think of that. What kind of society is that? So for me, I have problem with them because they are not doing their investigation. Because if you say that person is a child, the first thing you will do is to investigate the child. How did the child get to start selling on the street? So I believe with those kind of investigation, we will get to notify some of those let's say to notify traffic cases seriously. So that's just it. That child you are using for your own benefit, you took them from somewhere. At the end of the day, you are using them for your benefit, selling for you, doing everything for you. That is pure trafficking, and you are not making the person life better. That is trafficking. That is trafficking. You are not the person, you are not treating them well. They are not in good health, good condition. They are not even sleeping. They don't have good shelter. But all you do is every year you exploit, let's say, thousands of Liberian dollars out of that child by using them to sell for you, by using them to get money. In fact, there are other people, there are other girls that are living with people, and at the end of the day, they will tell them, if you don't bring money in this house, you will not eat. So they either they end up going on the street. At the end of the day, they bring money, and then that's how they will be able to have their own weight of contribution for survival in the house. So these are all things that are brought down to human trafficking. So globally, we know, as our colleagues have already said, millions of people are being trafficked every year. Millions of people from all around the world, all continent, no continent, no country, no city that is exempted from human trafficking. Every city has a traffic victim. You may not know that. You may not know that there are other also, like our colleague was saying, not only the rich or not the poor, but even the physically challenged, they can be trafficked. Yeah, they visually impaired, they can be trafficked because in other country they use them to beg. They carry them on the road and they will use them to beg. At the end of the day, they take the money from them. So trafficker has a way, trafficker has a way of getting the things they want from their victim. So it's not just about you being okay or you are not okay or you are rich and you are not rich. No, anybody can be a victim of human trafficking. In fact, when you are rich, you might be adopted, and at the end of the day, they will request huge ransom from your parents or from your family. And if you are not rich, that really will use you to get the things they want from you. So it's all over the place. Old people. There was a documentary I was reading on YouTube, and then I was watching on YouTube rather, and then I saw some of these old people. They were on the roadside, and they have their trafficker standing far off, or they were like across the road. And while the people will come and put money in their purse or in their basket, and then at the end of the day, their trafficker will come and pick them and carry them, take all the money from them. And at the end of the day, somebody spotted them and called the police. That's how they rescue them. So, Hannah, trafficking is not just about rich people or poor people. Anybody can be trafficked. Anybody can be
Yeah, yeah.
trafficked. Though we have women and children being the majority victim, but men can be trafficked. Girls can be trafficked. Women can be trafficked. And don't say, what are they going to use me for? If somebody carry me, what would they use me for? Sometimes we do comedy where you somebody will go and kidnap somebody and say, okay, call your parent to give. Then the parent will say, okay, just keep them. That one for you. The one the one you carry, just keep them. That one for you. And then the trafficker will be disappointed and just no, no. Every traffic victim, the trafficker has something to do with them. The trafficker has something to do with them. So we really, really need to be careful. It is all over. Liberia, last year, there were so many cases of traffic victim or human trafficking where we had those girls that were taken to Oman, United, let's say United Arab Emirates, all those countries that they went to, Dubai, and they came back. They were explaining that story. So sad, so sad. So it is happening all over, happening all over. Perhaps even in your community, it is happening there, but you may not just know, because for you to identify traffic victim is very difficult, because these are people that are being controlled, they are being removed. So when you see them and you want to get the truth from them, you find it difficult, because their master will tell them what to do, what to say, how to walk, how to do things, all those things. But I believe with those things, if you see people who are now moving comfortably and then now happy, I mean, it highlights all that something is wrong somewhere. Seriously, something is wrong somewhere. So that is about trafficking. So it is where people are being compared, they are being forced to do things, to commit crime at the will and pleasure of the victim, and also for the benefit of, I mean, let's say at the will and pleasure of the trafficker, and also for the benefit of the trafficker as well. So that's just it. And we also discuss, when you are trafficked, what happened to you. Like we said, the trafficker knows what he wants to do with you. If he's carrying you for domestic work, you are going to be working in a house. So we had that in Liberia last year. There were some girls that were being deceived, that they were going Oman to do housework, and they will be paid $250 every month. So at the end of the day, they were just being carried to Oman. So, and then when they saw the job they went for, actually they saw the work, but it was not as they were told. They started working, no pay. They getting angry, trying to leave, and then violence came in. So their story is very sad. Some of them that did their own recording and sending on Facebook and through messenger or social media pages. When you see some of those videos, you will feel very, very bad about their condition. Their condition were so much deplorable. So Liberia too is included. Liberia is included. Just as there are other traffic victims in Liberia, there are also Liberians that are trafficked in other countries. So that's it. So let's look at what are the root causes of human trafficking. What really can make people to fall victim to human trafficking? What causes human trafficking? Human trafficking, what really causes? That's what we want to look at. What are the root causes? Maybe we could discuss few of it and then get to the next point. Lawrence, are you there?
Yeah,
Lawrence, you are
Lauren, you
muted.
are muted.
Some of the causes of human trafficking. One for me, I would like to list, like, maybe to let all know of what I've known of, like, its reason, or if it, for instance, maybe lack of poverty. Poverty, we look at poverty. Poverty might be one of them. Lack of
It is.
education might be one of them. The demand of or the demand for cheap labor or sex might be another one, and a lack of human right protection. Lack of human right protection might be another one, and a lack of legitimate economic opportunity, because a country that is economically stable, I don't think you find people seeking greener pasture. You find a citizen well placed, and everyone is like lively within that country, but lack of economic opportunity. Nowadays, everyone want to have that opportunity. People want to travel, want to have that experience. So because because that country cannot provide, so you find people seeking greener pasture. So within seeking greener pasture is where now you have, like, majority of those who are seeking greener pasture, you find like 75% are being captured in places where they have been trafficked, like for sexual harassment, other issues. So lack of economic opportunity. We also look at cultural factors. We also look at conflict and disasters. Conflict and disaster. A country that is going through conflict, you find out that people want to escape that country, want to go and find greener pasture. People want to seek refuge elsewhere. So within that, because it's like you leaving your home where you have an authority, going to next man place, someone else's place where you're going to find out you don't have that same right within your country, even though by law you have to be all humans have to be protected under the law, regardless of your country of resident. But based on that, other people find that as means to abuse people. So we say due to conflict and natural disaster, and I want to add this: the lack of safe immigration option. Lack of safe immigration option. People want to migrate. It is true. People have to migrate. People have to move freely from one end to another, from one end to another. But because that you don't have that free will of migration, so people use that to migrate others into human trafficking, taking them elsewhere and abuse them. So these are some of the causes of human trafficking that I think if we address these issues, we're going to find solution. We're going to raise awareness, and I think our society going to move ahead positively.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Abba, are you there, or Hannah? Let's hear from you. We are looking at the some root
Yeah.
causes
So
of human
you
trafficking.
know,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
from
Yeah,
the age
Abba is on.
from the age that were being specified by one of our panelists, I just want to point out some common practice within our age why can cause human trafficking. You see, he spoke about immigration, safe immigration. He spoke about economic factors, that is poverty, and also what I can see is social influences. So first, let me talk about safe immigration first. You know, now people might think about moving from one destination to another, immigrate from one place to another place. And sometimes when it's being done illegally, where to some of those borders where people or migrants are not given a green light to cross to go to another side. Let's say, for example, you live from Liberia, you see going Morocco, and from Morocco to Spain is not that far. So perhaps you see you want to use again another illegal means to move from Morocco to go like Spain. As a result of that, people who are there, like the immigration people, right, or the borders guards, some you might not know that their behavior patterns or how they can engage people whenever they are moving from one destination to another in search for survivability. You don't know. Some of them might either say you have to go back. Some of them might even kill you on the spot, and some might use you for trafficking purposes. So when we look at that directions, we will say that people who are the borderlands that maybe taking people and giving them out for certain stealing purposes, those are the people we will say they are the major, I can say, components of causing trafficking within a country or within the universe. Because people moving from that destination going another, and then if you are not able to make the person to cross, or perhaps you see it is illegal, the person do not have or passports or other requisite documents, it is granted. Now, these are international status. Before you leave for your point, you go to another point, you might have the documents. Even though the person in himself might be wrong for that, but if you have the care social person involved into that violation, there is no need of giving it out to companies who are doing businesses with people, exploiting the labors and what have you. Because that what can cause trafficking as well. If that person might be unsafe in that terrain, you give that person, and nobody have communication to that person. Nobody. Only you guys that are around there that already plan that will catch any migrants leaving from their destination to go to another destination using our borderline. They will be, used in the direction. You people have that plan. I'm from another country. My brother's going to next country. I might not know where he's going actually. I might not know even his current I can say venue. So how will I check on him and say, oh bro, where are you? How is the condition of that area? I don't know. So the people who they are, they don't want to know. They can be the cause to make the trafficking to be high at the increase. Right? Like quite recently we got intelligence about how at the borderline people were over those balloon crossing from one country to another country, and people they experienced that shot in the balloon, and all of them got drowned. They say it was illegal. We saw people have mountains falling down, landslide affecting them. This is a mountain about landslide, hills falling over them, and all of them left into that. Other instances where people will capture that one, didn't get information about that clearly, but there are few news media when you follow the Al Jazeera, you will see how people are being taken, giving them out. They're working, working, working. They can't get paid. Some of them is being abused sexually. Some of them is being, some of them you will see that they will incarcerate them. They're in prison. They can't get any connection. When somebody want to do other things towards them, they will do it. So unsafe immigration borders, can cause human trafficking. And in another vein, we look at the economic condition. Economic condition in another nutshell will say a high increase of poverty. Poverty like in the context of United Nations definition, it will say you get abject poverty, you get extreme poverty. So, but let's consider abject, though extreme can be a risk too, but in most cases, as per the extreme poverty, you know that a person can hold $1 a day for which they can afford, but they have poor access to education, they have poor access to health, infrastructure development. So maybe too, they will say, oh, they want to get better education, they want to get better this and better that, and getting to know a person that will help them in that process, though they might have the money to afford, but they don't have in a specific local the best education facilities that might be deserved, or let's say satisfactory towards them that they will deserve. They might not have it in our country. So in search of that, browsing the internet, you know, searching the broad Facebook pages and what have you, coming across friends to help them. Oh, I might get money, oh, but I want to have a better education. Or I want to have a good living area to go and live for my life will be peaceful. Well, in that direction, searching on an extreme level of poverty has per the country now that I'm speaking of, well, that person now can be taking, you don't know the person that helping you to say, oh, we have just send me your money. Your own money is sending, you going there, you going get yourself in different environment. At the end, you be working whole day, you post cease your communication, cease your access, you cannot get access to any internet facility to even communicate with the people to where you from. Right? So now, abject poverty is a combination of both lack of education, poor sanitation, and infrastructure. And at the same time, you also cannot afford or $1 90 cents a day as per the poverty day inscription by United Nations. You cannot afford $1 90 cents. Then at the same time, you own poor education stuff. So that one alone, it can push you to everything bigger. You say, oh, life like risk. So most
All
someone
right.
might die of anything. He said, you know, Lord, I mean, that take the risk because I want to survive. I want to live. In fact, I'm the only boy child in my family, and my family doesn't have boy child, right? And then I must do something to deliver my family from the condition they are in. How can that happen? Though I'm doing a business, but the business cannot afford to meet the expenditures of my family, and I have external families too as well. So I have nucleus and I have external. I get my personal family more around me. I need to take care of them. I have external and I can get the first $1 not cent to even live on a good condition. So at the end of the day, you start to be thinking, When you start thinking, you want to be finding all sorts of ways. See, poverty is what unfortunate living situations that can influence your mind to think otherwise. Where you
All
can't
right.
think reasonably
Okay.
again the fact that condition. Where you cannot think
All right. So
reasonably
we
again
need
the
to
fact
get
that
to
you are.
Hannah.
Yeah, so just to summarize what I pinpoint, poverty,
Okay.
unsafe immigration, borders, like what our brother would say, and also social influences. Some people have the money, like rich people, they might have the money, but they want to live better life. They want to go to maybe they want to go Dubai. Let's say they want to go UAE. They just want to go to tourist sites. Someone might just carry them so that they might take pictures and feel pleased of themselves. But the contact person now, they wanted to come across to make them to live those sort of life. That person might not be a good person too. At the end of the day, they might be influenced. Oh, I can take you to these places. I'll give you some social area where you enjoy yourself. That person who's doing business and want money will take you to carry you to an area where maybe if you are females, you will be put on like industries where people will go and pay money and traffic you to, using that sex stuff and what have you. At the end of the day, your mind will be traumatized. You have some psychological problems, physical problems, and mental problems. All those things then will be upon you. Your life will be miserable. So we say social influence, we say economic conditions, and we also on safe immigration side. These are the common things that I know added to what our brother Lawrence Bowman said, what can cause trafficking. So thank you for your
All right. So Anna, we get to you. Thank you so much, Abbott, for that brilliant education. Anna, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The cause, some of the causes of human
I want to back
trafficking.
on the enforcement of persons, the enforcement of persons in this trafficking. Human trafficking that we're talking about. So we say that throughout the entire human trafficking, there there are four people involved in this process. Where you have maybe some people may want to know. We have the trafficker, the recruiter, the victims, without the trafficking industry. And people may want to know what exactly some people are trafficking, even though you say that people have their own way of trafficking people. They know what is on their mind and their business that they, but there are several other reasons why people traffic people. So let me see, we have like for a large percentage of prostitution, wherein they will like transport women and girls to use them as business purpose to gain their income. And they will have the illegal adoption of children. Where you see some people will come in to adopt the children, but they will not carry on the legal process. They will adopt the children illegally, carry them, and then give them out to different person to enslave the children. Yeah, we have some like the domestic work. We talk about it also. We talk about domestic work, forced marriages. These are some of the reasons that people are trafficked. And again, we have like we say how victims are trafficked. They are trafficked in so many ways. They will have somebody force them. They will have the fraud and the fraud. Some people they use the coercion. They threaten them of some things. Some people they hold a passport and then they use them to do work. While holding a passport, there is no access. They don't have any access to movement. They are just in doing some work. Are you there? Hello?
Go ahead, Hannah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like I was saying.
yeah, we are here. We are here.
Okay, okay. No, I was looking at question point on how are traffic. Yeah, we say treating our traffic in so many ways. The coercion aspect, the fraud, the force. Someone they force them. Oh, we talk about the fraud that includes false and deceptive offers of employment, the marriages, because someone will live a better life and things. So they will be involved within this and human trafficking that we are talking about.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for that brilliant addition you have to add to the discussion. So I think we have done justice to that. That is the causes. Trafficking, we don't have one cause. There's no one cause, or there's no specific cause for trafficking. Like we said, as it is that any person can be trafficked. That means we don't have a specific area that you can be trafficked or a specific region you can be trafficked. So whatever condition that might lead you to find yourself into a condition that will not be suitable for you might just be that cause. So for example, maybe you are looking for employment, you are looking
Mm-hmm.
for you are seeking employment, you are looking for opportunity abroad, you are looking for scholarship, you want to make business, you want to go for tour, or you want to go to see, let's say, tourist sites, all those things. I mean, trafficking can happen. Yeah, even in your house it can happen. Your friend can deceive you. So poverty, people want to better their life. You want to go
Mm-hmm.
abroad. Everybody want to go America. The dream of every young Liberian is I want to travel America. I want to go Dubai. I want to go London. I want to go Europe. You want to go to the best university, you want to go to the best college, you want to go and experience life, outside of your country. So I mean, it might just be the cause for which you will find yourself somewhere. So the other culture about war, yes, war is fighting. Other organization come in, we want carry you abroad, we want carry you abroad. So other people too there doing something illegal. Then everybody looking for work. You want work. There is work in this country. You won't go there. So these are the cause. Everybody looking for job. Corruption also can be another reason, because when you see the country is so corrupt, no development, everybody just doing their own thing. I mean, the young people too want to better their lives. At the end of the day, some of them will want to leave the country. They want to travel to go to other country that will better their life. So poverty, like our colleague Abel, really, really make that very expensive for us. I mean, I think it's one of the root cause, if not one of the significant root cause or root causes of human trafficking. So while you are seeking opportunity, it is good to travel, it is good to go abroad and better your life, but make sure that you are going proper. Our brother talked about immigration issue. If you are going to a country where you don't have proper document and you don't know how you are getting your document, please make sure that you are going through the proper channel. Don't sit and somebody tell you, hey, you know, uh, I want us to get married. My uncle say we should go to Canada. We're going to this side. Let's go and get married. In fact, he will prepare our document up there and send it, and then just say, I will do all the document. Then they bring document and give it to you. I mean, these are things that you should not fall for. Nobody should tell you, say, come not travel, and they tell you sit in your house. Let me do everything possible. Send your money. I will just go and get your document, and then you are there hoping. They are even telling you don't tell anybody. I mean, these are red flag that shows that something is wrong somewhere. Because if the person is behaving in a way that when you want to get the truth, they don't want to show you the truth, and it should cause you something. It should show to you that something is wrong somewhere. So there are so many causes, so many causes, so many causes. Peer pressure, peer pressure. You want to be like your friends. They are traveling, so you are traveling with them. They will carry you, and while coming back, you are not back. They would either tell your parent, oh, you remain there, you are working there, and you are not working. So these are some of the courses, and I think people really did justice to it. If you need scholarship, I think it is better you visit the embassy, some of the embassies that are in Liberia, and ask them what are some of your legal scholarship that somebody can apply for. They will show you. They, for example, at the U.S. embassy, they have they have this place where you go, you ask for their university, you ask for scholarship issue, customer service, you go there, they will tell you all those things that you need. They will provide you all the necessary information that you need, how to apply for scholarship in America. You can do those things. But for the internet, you got to be very careful. Not every link you see, you click on it and you are applying. You are applying for job, you are applying for scholarship. So you need to be very careful. You need to be very careful. Some of the major scholarships that are in Europe, we got a European embassy here. You can visit them. They will show you everything. If you want scholarship in America, you visit the U.S. embassy. You go there, they will show you. You will get the information you want. Then they can even give you their proper website for you to log on and then get get you registered. But if you are just clicking on the internet, because the internet is one of the is the medium that they are using. It's a medium, the popular medium they are using to get their target. So don't be clicking on the link. Not every link you see you click on. Make sure that you are internet literate. Not
Hello.
everything you see on internet is true. Not everything you see on internet is true. That's the reason even when most of our Liberians that were trafficked to Oman when they came, I mean, let's say 25% of them said that it was on the internet. It was on the internet. They just get connected with somebody on the internet or somebody send a link. All those things. At the end of the day, they found themselves in Oman and they came back. So deplorable. So I think we have done justice to that. So there are so many courses. Thank you so much for giving us some of the courses. Poverty, seeking opportunity, corruption,
Yeah,
economic issue, all those
yeah,
things. Seeking scholarship. You want to travel abroad. You want better life. These are the courses.
yeah.
So
So
let's look at if there are some steps because we can just discuss trafficking holistically like that. I think we need to we need to narrow it so that our listening audience can get something from us. Can we look at some types or do we have any types of human trafficking?
Yeah, yeah. There are some types of human trafficking. There are various of tests. Yeah, we got the forced labor, we got a bonded labor, we have the sex trafficking and the prostitution. Yeah, are we there?
Go ahead, Hannah.
yeah, yeah, we are, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was
So
saying, there are various of tests of human trafficking in which you
okay,
have the forced labor, you have the bonded labor, you have the sex trafficking and the prostitution.
hmm, okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I think myself came across those rough tales of human trafficking, or just to segment and categorize them. When you consider prostitution, sex, commercial sex, right? Is I think it's on sex trafficking, which is one of the two major tiers of human trafficking that the United Nations gave attention to. right? So one is sex trafficking. Under sex trafficking, you have child sex trafficking, you have commercial sex trafficking. So when we talk about child sex trafficking, hello, are you getting me?
Yeah, yeah,
Are you
we are
getting me?
there.
So when we talk about child sex trafficking, is wherein you will traffic a child below the age 18 and use them in that direction, probably to generate income or you want to use that means to hurt that particular person's feelings. So when normally those things can happen, that we talk about the the causes of it as a result of poverty or any economic conditions. If that person is in search of money, in search of things, you use that means say I will give you money. That child who is below the age 18, you carry that child to that sex industry. The sex industries will use that means to prostitutionalize, that particular young girl, right? And in doing so, normally we understand that that female who is being victim might not want to, you know, put themselves into that situation. And what can be the cause for them to go? One, you might fool them, say, I will give you money. While carrying to that area is highly developed and you'll make life on your own, right? And two, in other circumstances, you will say, oh, I carry abroad. The woman will agree. She will agree because she want to go abroad, going to do other stuff. When she go, the environment that she expecting to live on, you carry her on a different environment. And then you go and commercialize it because of some other income or revenue generation part, which is extremely bad and on the sex trafficking, with child sex trafficking and commercial, sex trafficking. So under the forced labor, we have bad labor practices, on forced labor where somebody you convince the person, you explain sort of things to that person that will be a help to you. You in less than a month, you generate so many income, so many income. Where at the end of the day, when that person is given you the chance to carry them to where you see your million reach or million to get more income. When the person go there and the person working for that money, the money can't get in the person hand. The money cannot get in the person hand. You, the person that carry that particular person, you know, maybe perhaps the masters for that area or the director, the CEO will either give you that money or they will just give you instant money once and for all. Then you start looking for another partner again. Considering all cases, but I would see it to be where the CEO for that particular area, they pay you across the board. When you say that person you didn't make generating income, I think you just see them making money, but that same person who took that person will come to look for another person again. So it means that whenever they carry another person, they can then pay them off, then you go and search again for another person. So that person they carry on to traffic them on an acceptable condition is bad labor practice where the person works every day, 24 hours, not being paid. If he or she raises concern, it becomes it becomes an issue against them. Either it will beat them or it will start to intimidate them. So I do know those two, right? Who is the bad labor practice on all the while. The forced labor trafficking and that of the child commercial sex stuff on all the while. The sex trafficking. But there are some things I wanted to give point to here. Countries that are highly involved into that, those two type of practices, which one of the countries that you can highly see those things being created. One we have like Iran, places where you find Islamic people, they are many. Those people can abuse human rights. Those people can abuse human rights, see bad labor practices, it can move from there, right? And they will always use people who will classify as migrants, who are living from one place to another place in search for survivability. Those people, when the people they go in, they can use them, capture them illegally, and put them somewhere. They will be working, and you don't know now when you say, oh, when you see that poor country fine, you say, I really want to go to that country, man, but why they are practicing there? If you just go and see, you will condemn them. When you check the history or when you check statistics, countries that are involved in the bad labor practices and also human trafficking. That one there, Iran, you see Iraq, and one time one of our brothers was raising concern on Oman. People, you see Oman, those places, Oman, Iran, Iraq, those places, it cannot be free from human trafficking. They cannot be free from human trafficking. A lot of victims from there can attest to that. Some people can say, oh, well, they were used, they were cajoled by people that, oh, we have a job over there for you to do. And they don't know to when they follow that particular person to go, when they follow that particular person to go and work, at the end of the day, what can happen is they can try to go there another way around, thereby resulting that person to be trafficked desperately and badly. So thank you for affording the time, Brother Eric and Sister Hannah, Brother Lawrence Bowman. Lawrence Bowman, are you there? So thank you for affording the time. Yeah, and one thing again, yes, before you can come on, we have come up. There was a little testimony for those who survived on that process. One time one UN building, we were invited to go and witness those people discussing about the tip of bad practices, human trafficking that they were imposing against them in those countries like Oman, in places like Iraq, you know. When you just listen to those victims, your whole life will feel like there is no need of going out of the country illegally or those need to force yourself into traveling because you want to work, you want to do this. When the appropriate time comes, when something comes to you, you'll see it and you'll know that this one is real and that one has no negative implication. But when you so eager anxieties because you see other friends making life easier, you say, oh, my son want to make life easier too. You'll be carried away. We care at the end of the day now people were using for bad purposes which have no benefit on your life, but rather it derail your future from coming to the way in which you want it to be. So thank you for Eric for upholding the sound again.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So, Lauren, have you made your comment on that? Or Hannah, are you there? Have you done? All right. So I think we need to start wrapping up. We have few more minutes left. Few more minutes left. Let's get to the prevention. Can we look at some preventive methods, or are there any
Yeah,
way we can
yeah,
prevent
sure. You can look at
human
it.
trafficking?
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
so someone in?
Yeah, you can come in.
Okay, one of the measures, one of the preventive measures, for me I always say this, can be used to get rid of out of uh forced human trafficking, also labor, let's say bad labor practices, right? Like one of the one, the forced trafficking and also
Yeah,
the
to
commercial
prevent
sex
human
trafficking,
trafficking.
right?
Yeah.
So under the commercial sex trafficking, we can say why can cause people to take girls and go commercialize them through sex practices for money is one if they have an area of assignment to go and carry them. Right? That is, if somebody here open a sex industries that they want females to come to them to carry on certain businesses, right? Using them, people come in the houses, get them money. Once you have that area of assignment, that trading, people now you find people coming around looking for girls and putting them and say, oh, I get a business for you to go do. Thinking that girl will say, oh, but I won't work. She'll be thinking that work, she's going to do that's not good work that will help her. But when she go into the fence, some of the fence is very huge. You can't even get access to communication. But when you go there, you'll see that what you were expecting would be the other way around in the interest of the trafficker. So we have to minimize the sex industries. So the minimization of sex industries is one of the reasons, or I mean the reason, but one of the ways in which we can stop human trafficking or commercial sex trafficking is to minimize those those areas where if for example here in Labrador if there is any point where girls can be carried away to go and do commercialization and stuff and what have you, it should put stop to that. Thankfully in our country, prostitution is not legalized. But there are some places here in Liberia where I'm from where you can find most girls You can find them there. Friends can fool them. And another day when they go down, living with our friend, they can come back to that place again. They all living a bad life. And where we're gonna want to sit down with them, they will also want to think in that direction. Right? And family member might not want to even accept them. Right? They might think like that. So at the end of the day, they would then remain to to that particular area. So regulatory authorities through the government or civil society actor should point around and see if there is any center where we find people using that area for sex practices, where people carrying girls there, they're putting in that area, men coming, doing this. They should get rid of that area. When you get rid of that area, automatically the rate of commercial sex trafficking will be reduced. And not only Liberia, there are other countries those things are highly practiced. International wide, we have international standards and regulations. So they can go to those places and abolish that other business. There are other businesses people can do. When you post stuff there, when I say, if I know that you post stuff to that thing, you think I go look for goose? I don't look for goose to kind of put in your area, and the goose now in the context of that practice it is the girls. I will not go look for girls now to kind of bring you to that area. I will look for different business to do, but the fact that those industries still around, people will well, want to continue that particular practice. So another step that we talk about is the forced labor. Forced labor practice on the trafficking, it is another thing that everyone should condemn. But how if we are condemning it, we should also recommend what we call reasons or points. How can that be mitigated? How can we reduce the influence of bad labor practice? Right? Bad labor practice. How can we reduce it? One, okay, that will consider we have every ministry or every country might have labor ministry. Every country might have a labor ministry. Labor ministry should be able to regulate every labor practices in every companies and shops or stores around the universe. Specifically, that would deal with Liberia. People coming to our domestic home. Though trafficking is not only attributed to big top businesses, but, but also in local homes, you find bad labor practices being carried on there. So now we consider companies in our territory, right? In those places, you find people taking people from different rural area of life in the interior. We classify that in the interior or other counties, saying that you come in town and you find an area to work. But when that person come in town, right, whereas the person who owns that company supposed to be paying the money to that person based on the work they're doing, they will not pay the person the regular stuff. So ministries, the government authorities needs to do a monitoring evaluation, continuous checks to know how institutions are being paid to the rural employees, how the employees are being paid by rural institutions. But if bureaucracy authority is they are not paying heed to those things, automatically you find the people continue to persist in that way of living, and that is how that trafficking, bad labor practices, and what have you will continue to increase. Not only Liberia but also in and out of Liberia. We find countries like Iran and places like that. International partners. They need to go and be doing a survey to know how many companies in that particular area and how government authorities are attaching themselves to know how many labor people in a particular company and how are they carrying on a various working activities. Because if they know, they will know how to put in measures into play so that the CEO and other people who are involved in such a bad act will not want to do it because they understand that there is a consistent monitoring processes in a particular company from the government
All right.
authority. They will not want to do it. But if there are minimal attention being shown by authorities, those people will continue to live in such a bad habit. Right?
All right.
Lead to talk about home, just to conclude on our home. In our rural homes, we ourselves have family members who are attached to certain, our neighbor, right? We ourselves can help to fight human trafficking when it comes to child labor and bad practices where somebody taking your child from out of the counties and bringing them in town to say they come and send to schools and what have you. No, when that person going in your country to take your child from there, you must know the area where that person bring your child. You should know the area. If you don't know the area, the person will say, "But they put it in Syria, they're not Syria." So you have to know the area and be doing a regular check to know the purpose of which that child comes to town is being, working in that same directions that you're expecting them to work in that same direction of. Right? That is
Mm-hmm.
when a child comes to town to get an education, let that child make sure that you, the parents that live in another country, you should know that that child is in school, getting the education.
Mm-hmm.
You should
Mm-hmm.
also be on a follow up that if that child is living under a safe and conducive atmosphere, mind you, there are people bringing children from the interior, bringing to town, they hardly eat. But
Of
whole
course.
day they will be selling, whole day will be selling. People can be at the age of 15, small, even below the age of 15, when they're supposed to be in school, they send their other children in school, you will find them selling cool water. How can cool water selling $50, $60 be able to what? Even take it at home. It's not even bad practice. You, the person that you say you see that child, no money in the house. Right? But can $50 take it all at home? $50 can take it at home. Even that $20 I get bringing through water season, it cannot take it all at home. But it's just a disadvantage and bad attitude being exercised by you, the person who say you take care of the child, because you took a child from out of the country, I mean out of the countries rather in the rural area, you want to make that child go to school. Then the child is not even going to school, child doing all sort of bad businesses around. So
Mm-hmm.
we have consistent check and monitoring for individual background, even the neighbors. Don't say because I put again associate to myself, I get anything to do with that poor horse matter. No. If you see any
And
violation,
that's what the police should be doing. That's what those human
yes,
rights people who are arresting goods from the children that are selling, these are things they should be doing. But they will only take the goods from the children and take the money from them and then send them and say go and call your parent. Imagine that.
yeah, you seen it.
They
So
don't do
they don't do
investigation.
it. They do investigation. Yeah.
They don't do
So
it.
that's it. That's it. We just have to do consistent monitoring across even in my own community. If I see anybody there where I see that child is not in school, but rather what they selling for them another children that in the house they going to school, it should get my consent. And you two and
Yes.
other people who are around listen to the podcast,
Uh,
it should get their
of course.
consent. Yeah,
Of course.
why is it that other child is in school, then the other child not in school? When
The other
the
China
police,
in school.
yeah, but well, they are human. Why? The only child when good to see, we should not condone the such of bad attitudes. It should
We
be
should
our,
be
be our
investigating.
yeah, we should investigate. And if we notice that that child is not really living on a good care, consult the first you can try to maybe by being around the child, it will get up the guardians of that child on attention. So maybe the person will say, oh, like you the who, you the this, to call that type of confusion and what have you. You can contact the regular authority, police. You people responsible to protect life and property. But there's some things I've seen in my neighbor's house of which I want to share with you, but to intervene on it. And I know it against the child right, the child abuse, and I've seen it
Of
happening.
course.
People can save that child. You can honestly say now you don't want doing that thing. Once that police goes there and
Mm-hmm.
get on investigation and see that what exactly you are saying is true, that police will investigate and ask that child where are your biological parents. That
Mm-hmm.
child because nobody who will know that that child is being born from your belly. You carry that child in your stomach. You will see that child coming home selling cold water on like here. No one want to dream for that child to be a cold water seller. No one want to dream to see that child living on a bad condition. No one want to dream to see that child to be dirty among the other children. There must be a reason why that child living in that condition, and that reason will be that child is not a child. So when you see having that
Of course.
direction, contact you the neighbor, contact authority, contact police. Let police come in. You will be a civil to that child. Why the next that child will die if you're not going to lodge from that child go stay on the road and maybe money lost from that child. The child think will gain the money because when she comes home or when he or she comes home, the person who the living with, that person will beat them as well nobody. So looking for that
Mm-hmm.
money, all we're going to do all different things. I can see people at the age of 12, 13, 14, some of them can start early life. They can start early life
That can be
because
pregnant. In a
yeah,
pregnancy.
isn't it? So child
So
abuse,
can I?
bad
Hello.
labor practices,
Yeah, hello?
domestic, it's something where
Yeah.
All right, Lawrence. Lawrence, are you there?
it's a human
I'm
right
here
abuse.
How about you?
Yeah.
just to
All
give
So
right.
my
thank
own.
you. So thank you very much. And I look forward, just to conclude, I look forward to have more shows like this that we will continue to explain to our people about some bad human rights practices across our country and society at large. So again, I'm Albert O'Brien Wheeler, a volunteer member within the Liberian Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Awareness Movement. So thank you.
All right, so Lawrence, you will just give how we can you can give us some reason why
Uh,
I mean how we
yeah,
can prevent
thank you,
human trafficking, and then you can do your. I know you're going to end the show, so we have to hold on. We have to hold on with you, and then get to Hannah. Why you will be the last
thank you,
to end the show. So let's get to
thank,
Hannah. You got to wait
thank you.
there. You got to wait. Lawrence, you have to wait there. Let's get to Hannah. You will be the last to end the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you there?
Yeah, like we're talking on the prevention.
Hello.
To
Yeah, yeah,
expand,
Lawrence.
we have to expand the awareness in school and in the community to educate our community dwellers on what human trafficking is and how to recognize the signs of exploitation against another person. So this too can help to save your life. So they
Okay.
will have to be found in schools and in our rural communities that we live.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You said it well because I can remember when we went to a special project to give this awareness about human trafficking. We saw most of our seniors, they were asking, what do you call human trafficking? What is it all about? I was like, wow, you mean you don't know about human trafficking? That means you are erased because if such a thing come your way or you are to be trafficked, you wouldn't know anything about it for the fact that you don't even know what human trafficking is. So, I mean, what you say, Hannah, is really, really good. I think the awareness has to go on in our rural community, in our rural schools, especially to our young people who wants to
Yeah,
travel, like the one we are doing now. Some of our viewers are following us or our followers. You can you can carry this information or this message to your children, to your friends, your brother, your sister. Tell them about this thing called human trafficking because it is alarming all over the world and also in Liberia here. People leave this country every day. They are going for scholarship, for job, but some of them end up somewhere that at the end of the day you will never hear from them over years, and you will think that they have abandoned you, but you don't know what they are going through there. So this awareness has to really go. It has to go across the breadth of Liberia. Let all our young people get to understand that human trafficking is where you are deceived, that we will give you a job. About you go on the internet, scholarship are wasting all over the place. I mean, everywhere scholarship, people just apply on the internet. Be careful the kind of scholarship you will get on the internet, and they will ask you for your document for traveling. Be careful. Somebody will come to you and say, "Oh, I have this opportunity to Dubai, to UK, to this other country," and you don't need to tell somebody. Just prepare your document. You only pay 1,000. When you pay the 1,000, I will provide your document, and we will travel. Be careful. No traveling opportunity that somebody will tell you, say, don't tell your people, and you are like, yes, I will not tell my people. No, that is a big race. That is a red flag. For the fact that they are telling you not to tell your people, it means that something is wrong somewhere. Even if it is your family or your uncle that want to call for you, make sure let one or two relatives know. Let people that are close to you know where you are going. Who is this uncle to you? No Canada. My uncle in Canada say we must marry and go, but we must do it secret. Don't do it. Don't do it. All those things because these are some of the schemes they can bring to us, especially to those they are targeting. Be very careful who you follow and which country you want to go to, how you should go. Make sure your documents are set Make sure you give it to somebody, verify it that it's good, and when you go, you will not have any problem with immigration. At the end of the day, that the person might threaten you saying you don't have the real document now. Anything you do, I will make sure you will go to jail and nobody knows you. So this is what I want you to do. You will not be under that force. So please, to all our young people, human trafficking is alarming. It is alarming. Be careful and take this education we are giving you so that you can teach other people too. Thanks for following us today, and we are so glad that you did. We will also be glad that you will join us the next time we're going to host this show. So also many thanks to my colleagues who did, let's say, extremely well in making sure that they did justice to the topic. And I believe that we have learned something today. If you have something to addition as a follower, you can write your point of view, or you can also add up to the discussion in the comment section, and we're going to read it from there. So thank you so much. Lawrence, it's up to you, and you're going to end it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you, Albert, and thanks to our viewer. Thanks to every one of you guys for that lengthy discussion, and we hope to have more of this discussion as we go along. So just to end, I want to inform all young people who are out there who are aiming of traveling. So you have to be mindful, you have to be watchful of where you want to travel to. You have to do a lot of reading, read about specific countries, their rules and law, how their living standard are, and also be aware that there are a lot of scammers out there who are seeking people into labor practices. So you have to be very careful going out or going about searching on the internet on site that you want to travel. So we encourage every young person up there that is watching this live. Please be mindful. Our society is very dangerous right now. So we encourage you not to fall to any of these scammer who are out there telling you that they have this scholarship opportunity that you can travel, and you have to do a lot of reading. We allowed to know where you are about to travel to, and also if you are about to travel, there are a few things that you have to take into consideration. You have to contact one close relative, providing them with information about where you are about to travel. And when you get to that country, you have to really declare that, oh yes, I have reached, and I am XY, I'm to XYX area or where you are. So to let the people know, and then that you will not be cut off. So we want to say thank you for following, thank you for watching. We appreciate every one of you guys who have been following us. And to my Makuri, I want to say thank you for doing extremely well. I say thank you.